So everyone knows about Leavenworth, the Bavarian village, the festivals, the Christmas lights, but just 10 minutes down the road, there's a little town that most people drive right past without realizing how special it actually is. I'm talking about Cashmere, Washington, and honestly, I think it's one of the most underrated small towns in the entire state. If you love the idea of small town charm, mountain views, great schools, and a real sense of community, but without the crowds of Leavenworth, you might fall in love with Cashmere. In this video, I'm going to show you why, not just from a realtor's point of view, but from my point of view. Like what I personally notice and what I love and what I think makes Cashmere such a gem in Central Washington. Cashmere sits right between Wenatchee and Leavenworth, about 15 minutes to both. And honestly, its location is part of what makes it perfect. You get the best of both worlds. You get close enough to enjoy everything Leavenworth has to offer, the skiing, the wine tasting, the festivals, but far enough away that when the crowds roll in, you can head home to peace and quiet. The town itself feels straight out of a postcard. You've got the Wenatchee River that runs right through it, a walkable downtown full of local shops, antique stores, bakeries, cider houses, and this small town energy where everyone genuinely waves and says hi. And as someone who spends a lot of time showing homes in the area, I can tell you people fall in love with the feeling here before they even look at the price tag of something. I'll be honest, the first time I visited Cashmere, I didn't expect much. I thought it was just a pit stop between Wenatchee and Leavenworth. But once I actually spent time here, that completely changed. You start to notice how intentional this community feels. There's a pride here. You'll see it in the way that people take care of their homes, how clean the parks are, how busy the local schools are during football season. And for me personally, what really stands out the most is the balance. Cashmere still feels like real Washington town. It's not commercialized, it's not overran, it's not trying to be anything that it's not. Even though it has this really cool, charming Western theme downtown. It's the kind of authenticity that I think a lot of people are craving right now. If you've been searching for a place where neighbors still know each other, kids can ride bikes safely, and you can actually hear the river at night, this is that place. Let's talk about the lifestyle because that's what really defines living here. If you're outdoorsy, Cashmere is a haven. You've got mountain biking trails and hiking right up any of the multiple canyons. There's kayaking, whitewater rafting on the Wenatchee River. There's skiing at Mission Ridge or Stevens Pass, all within an hour's drive. Actually, I think Mission Ridge is a little bit closer than an hour. But there is so much to do. Weekends can look like walking to the Cashmere Farmers Market, hitting the apple cotlets for some nostalgia, or heading out for wine tasting at Chelan or a cider house in Dryden. And if you're into community events, Cashmere delivers. There's the apple pie jamboree, Founders Days, school parades, and small town traditions that make you feel connected. Now, one of my favorite things about Cashmere, and this might sound a little bit silly, but you can walk downtown and still find independent shops, local barbers, bakeries, antique stores, a diner that's been there for decades. And it's the kind of town that feels alive and not really manufactured. And I'll be honest, I think that that's what a lot of people from the West Side are missing, that sense of genuine community and slower living. Okay, so let's talk about what you're really wondering, and that is, what does it cost to live here? And Cashmere has some of the most desirable real estate in the valley. It's smaller than Wenatchee, so inventory is limited. And when homes come on the market for sale, they tend to sell fast. As of this year, the median home price in Cashmere is right around $510,000. But that number can swing quite a bit depending on locations, views, amount of land. You'll still find like beautiful craftsman homes near downtown. There's modern builds up Mission Creek or on some of the hilltops. And there's even luxury acreage properties with views of the entire valley. Buyers love that they can get space here, larger lots, privacy, gardens, quiet streets without losing proximity to the amenities. And if you're coming from the west side here, I think the value here will really surprise you. You can actually afford like high-end homes with mountain views and elbow room, something that's almost impossible in Seattle anymore. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love Leavenworth and Wenatchee, but I would say Cashmere deserves way more attention than what it gets. In my opinion, it's one of the best kept secrets in Central Washington. It's ideal for people who want like quiet lifestyle, tight-knit community, and still want to be close to everything. It's also a great option for buyers who want to avoid tourist traffic but still be 10 minutes away from world-class recreation, restaurants, and wine country. And here's something that really resonates with me. People who live in Cashmere don't just live there. They belong there. Like, there's a real sense of identity, pride, and rootedness that's hard to find anywhere else. Beyond lifestyle, Cashmere is a smart play. With Leavenworth continuing to grow and Wenatchee expanding east and north, Cashmere sits perfectly positioned between both, and there's only so much land available. That means properties here tend to hold value extremely well. Buyers look for long-term stability, rental potential, or future equity. This is a strong market to watch. I'd argue within the next few years, Cashmere could easily become one of the most desirable small towns in all of Washington. Let me ask you this. What kind of lifestyle are you looking for? Do you want quiet mornings, space to breathe, and a place that still feels like community? Or are you craving something a little more fast-paced, like the energy of Leavenworth or the convenience of Wenatchee? I love hearing people's stories, especially relocation buyers who come here and say, I didn't even know this place existed. That's why I do these videos, not just to show you homes, but how lifestyle actually feels here. Because most of my clients, it's not just about bedrooms and bathrooms, it's about finding a place that feels right. In Cashmere, it feels right to a lot of people. So if you're thinking about moving to Central Washington or you've been focused on Leavenworth or Wenatchee, do not overlook Cashmere. Come spend a weekend here, walk the streets, visit the shops, meet the locals. You might find the charm, community, and balance you've been searching for a long time. I'm Amanda Dallman, your Central Washington realtor, and I help people find their perfect home and their perfect place right here in North Central Washington. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. See you next week.